We are on the West Side Expressway going south towards the Butler chain, the most exclusive chain of lakes in Central Florida, in Orlando, home of many, many gorgeous houses and pristine glass water and all sorts of shorelines that guarantee us good water wherever the way the wind's blowing. Right now I'm doing some moves that you haven't seen from anybody. At this point, I'm adding an extra grab and an extra 180 to a trick called the Slim Chance. So I'm coming into the wake, I'm loading the tail of my board, trying to relax off the top of the wake and just take it really big. But in that, there's a lot going on. My mind is racing. So it's a challenge every time I do this trick to slow my brain down, to relax through the trick and do each part of the trick in sequence. It's a Slim Chance 540 with a nose grab. It's basically a heel side front flip with a front side 540 and a grab. I've been training, and I don't like to use the word training, but riding a lot lately and pushing myself to ride to win. And I'm going out to Riverfest to win.
All right, my name's Gib Gibbons. I'm from Manning, South Carolina, and my home lake is Goat Island. I learned to wake skate behind a jet ski. My boat broke down. I didn't have a boat to ride a wakeboard behind, so I just started wake skating behind the jet ski. And I borrowed one of my buddy's boards.
Mystical, magical, critical residue, residual thugged out, continual thugged out logic so it's smeared, bust out the tools, that's the name right here. Mix, don't get it twisted, convoluted or mixed with any other shit. It's pure elemental, atomic to the core, born from Earth's force. These turf wars are games to test the minds of the finest. Aim with your third eye, get blinded. When in line is in sight, gunfight with synapse claps done right. We brought all surprise to the killing spree, bombing from outside your facility, bout to move more mountains in the industry. Even though the strain is killing, we
Gib Gibbons is a great rider just for the fact that he hasn't been riding a wake skate very long, and he's just progressing so fast, and I think that really shows the wake skating scene here in Wilmington and all over. As kids are just, they see it in skateboarding and they just bring it to the water, and it's amazing to see.
Well, they complain that the radio sucks, but no one makes a move for a change to what it takes to be more on their plate, so tough luck. If you innovate when you create, get butt fucked by every player hater, standing and wait for a slice of the cake or a piece of the paper. Unveil the caper, expose these clones as phony imitations of authentic bygones. When the mic's on, opposition is hushed, darkness fills the room, give your body a rush. Anticipation is great and wigging out is a must, and when the lights come up, all you see is us. That B-double-E-T and not extra texture. Sound boys suit that pleasure sector, unless you're looking for a counterfeit. What you see is what you get, and what you get is this.
He's a new up-and-coming wake skater that's goes out into a tournament and tries to be consistent with a lot of tricks. He does a lot of tournaments. He tries to go out and see how many different types of people there are, the wake skaters, and tries to learn off them and become friends with them to take his skill level a little further.
Yeah, I got my first varial flip this past weekend. I landed 2 or 3 of them, and It's when the board does a kickflip and a shove it at the same time.
Well, an interesting guy this weekend is Gib.
Gib Gibbons.
Lands a kickflip, lands all these shove-its, does all this stuff. I'm like, who's this guy? He's killing it. So it's fun to see that where guys are willing to just kind of hang out and not complain and then get out there. And he just seems like a really polite, good guy. And his riding ability was awesome. I can't wait to watch him again and ride some more because he was definitely impressive.
Most of the older guys on the CWS tour refer to me as Little Ripper, and this is why.
Looking like it, looking like it, looking like it. When you see me, I pedal chunks with the devil, leave goals on the level, just to get what I want. Pull a peg's leg down just to show what I want. Only it's supposed to be known, so I don't get caught. Bet a meal in Vegas, ass bet all or nothing, and I ride on a hunch. Picture Birdman, yeah, all out on the jump.
He's a young guy, he's got a lot of energy and enthusiasm. He gets to wakeboard a lot. He spent a lot of time behind the boat this summer. He's somewhat fearless, and he seems to be progressing quicker than everybody in the region.
They definitely notice that I'm a threat to, their positions on this tour. But I think they kind of do that, maybe as a mind game or just trying to get into my head, to make me maybe bobble up when I'm riding.
Be looking like Star Trek, looking like drop hits, looking like looking like looking like when you see me, looking like looking like looking like when you see me.
Adam Fields, I just want to beat him, because he's everybody talks about Adam, and it'd be cool to take some of his spotlight. So he's definitely my biggest rivalry.
The intimidation factor can really play with your brain.
Every tournament I come to that I know he'll be there, definitely my goal isn't just winning, but maybe more just to beat Adam.
It would've that hard committed, 25 in both clips, hard to kill like 50, reppin' it dirty. I told him I had what it take, what aches the heart, how to pocket some cake, push the work by myself, I ain't start with a team.
One of the young guns. He's junior men's extraordinaire. He kills it out on the water. He's a tough competitor. He's been riding the tour for the last couple years. He's been riding nationals and worlds, really showing a lot of potential and showing a lot of effort to be out there and just sticking runs and learning real tough tricks, regular and switch. I think Alex Hamrick is going to be one of the next level riders that's going to be right up there on the podium.
Looking like looking like looking like when you see me, looking like looking like looking like when you see me.
To all you older guys on the CWS tour, I'm bringing a new style of riding, and you better bring your A game.
The people in the East have the best attitude and have some of the best talent on the water behind the boat of any region anywhere in the world.
The riders East Coast versus West Coast is really interesting because when the sport started, it was pretty much equal.
I feel fortunate to have grown up here. It's all more of just a community involved in a sport we all love.
Like everyone said, I was a West Coast rider, which I would like to think that, but I've spent more of my time in wakeboarding here.
There's a little bit of a difference between the East Coast and West Coast. I pretty much grew up on the West Coast, riding out there. We're out here, I think, being in Florida and other places like that, where it started off as water skiing. That's kind of the background they come from, where out there it just seems to me like through my friends and how I grew up, it's just another board sport that we got into. And you can definitely tell the difference in the riding.
To see how far I've been, pursuing every detail in my skin. I am self-dissection and I cherish every pin.
Pete's one of those guys that gets out there and just loves to kill it on the water. He stays real technical, he stays real focused with his riding. He goes out there and is a very nice guy to go out and socialize and meet people and get people to get involved in wake skating. He pushes the sport and takes it all to the next level.
Take anything too seriously. I think that's why he's so good at wake skating.
I mean, I've had my fair share of run-ins with the law. You definitely get stereotyped, having tattoos or dressing a certain way or whatever. I mean, people are always going to do that. You're never going to get away from it. But yeah, in the past, I've spent a few nights in jail, but it's all right. You live and you learn.
When he gets on his board, it's pretty enjoyable because he goes out there and he's so aggressive on the water.
Yeah, I definitely tend to do a lot more stuff behind the boat, like wake-to-wake stuff.
I've enjoyed watching him ride. He's real smooth at the tricks he throws.
There's a lot of difference in doing stuff like out in the flats, like kick flips and shoves and 3 shoves and big spins and stuff like that, opposed to doing the stuff across the wake.
Throws a indie shove off wake-to-wake, which I think is killer.
Kick flip and backside big spin are the most technical tricks I have, just out in the flats, and a shove indie and 360 across the wake, probably the best thing I got there.
It's a super rad trick that he doesn't get to throw it all the time, but when he throws it, he nails it and it looks good.